did our presentation over South Africa. The population is our first slide. The population of South Africa is 54,841,552. The population has been increasing by 1.6%, and in the future we will say that the population will keep increasing.
The second slide is stage of demographic transition model, and it shows that South Africa is in the stage 3 of moderate growth. And this is because in the 1880s the gold rush was triggered by the discovery of gold. And in the 2000s, over 100,000 gold miners struck overpay, so this brought the industry to a standstill. Because of this, people will fear the future and resources needed and will not have children, which is why there is a decline of birth rate. And the graph shows that the decline of birth rate and the moderate decline of death rate and moderate increasing rate is going to happen throughout the stage.
Our next slide is sex ratio. The sex ratio of the total population is 0.98 males to every 100 females. The ratio means for every 98 males that are born, 100 females have been born. The first graph shows in different colors the ratio comparisons of male birth per female birth. The second graph shows the distribution overall of sex ratio in South Africa.
Alright, the next slide is maternal mortality rate, and this is 138 deaths per 100,000 live births, and the country rank is 38 to the world. This graph shows the percentage of HIV in pregnant women, and the highest is in the years of the 2000s, approximately 40%, which is about 300 people.
Our next slide is population pyramid. This graph shows that the males and female children, teens, and young adults have a healthy standard of living, and it goes down when they reach old age. So it is showing that they take care of their young, but when they get older, they don't take care as much as they do for their young.
The next slide is health expenditures. South Africa's is 8.8% of GDP, and the country comparison to the world is 44. The graph shows health expenditure of South Africa compared to other countries, and South Africa is then showed at 8.8%.
Our next slide is dependency ratio. The total dependency ratio is 52.5. The youth dependency ratio is 44.8. The health dependency ratio is 7.7, and the potential support ratio is 12.9. This graph shows the percentage of the work age population in South Africa. As of 2010, the percentage is approximately 8%.
This slide is infant mortality rate. The total death is 32 per 1,000 live births. Males deaths are 35.5 per 1,000 live births, and females are 28.4 deaths per 1,000 live births. And overall, the country comparison to the world is 63. This graph shows that in the 1900s, the infant mortality rate was high at 90 deaths per 1,000 live births. It dropped slowly to approximately 60 deaths per 1,000 live births, and in 2010 there were approximately 40 deaths per 1,000 live births.
The next slide is hospital bed density. Physicians density is 0.77 physicians for every 1,000 population. This graph shows the number of hospital beds and physicians. There are zero point 0.7 physicians for every population, and there's approximately 0.17 hospital beds for every 1,000 of the population.
And the last slide is obesity slash HIV rates. People with HIV is about 7.1 million, and the adult prevalence is 18.9%. Comparison to the world is 1, and the deaths of HIV is 110,000. Comparison to the world 2. Obesity adult prevalence rate is 28.3%, and the comparison to the world is 24. This graph shows South Africa's causes of death. HIV/AIDS is in blue, malaria is in red, diarrhea is in green, and others like obesity is in purple. HIV/AIDS and obesity are the leading causes of death in South Africa.